Hello everyone, welcome to this video. I'm going to briefly explain the expectations and the guidelines for your Imperialism research poster project. So this is a really fun project. We're going to be looking at specific countries and taking what we already know about imperialism from our discussion of the Belgian Congo this unit, and you guys are going to have the opportunity to apply that to a specific country. So it kind of gives you an opportunity to look at the rest of the world and connect it to this concept of imperialism. So for this project, you're going to be creating a digital poster. So whether that's a Word document or a Google slideshow or a Prezi or a Jamboard, any format is fine as long as you're able to create a visually appealing project that presents information to your peers. So that's a little bit about what we're doing and why. So which country am I presenting on, Miss Duncan, you might ask? This is our list, and depending on when you watch this video, you might have already chosen your country, or we might be doing that next class. But we will do this together as a class during our synchronous Zoom sessions. But here are all of the possibilities. Also, keep in mind that you are welcome to choose a country that you already know has been colonized in the past. It doesn't have to be from this list, but if you do that, make sure you check in with me or Mr. Peer before you start your research project. So think about these countries, what seems interesting to you. Maybe you want to do one you've never heard of. Maybe you want to pick a country you have a personal connection to. Up to you. But, so once you have your country, your steps are going to be first, research and sources. So you're going to be researching your country during our asynchronous class periods over the next few weeks. And this will be your main chunk of time to do this. It'll be probably your only assignment is to be researching your country and to preparing this poster. So I will show you in a second the research guide that'll help you with this, but know that you are going to have to complete that research guide, which is, it's like a worksheet essentially, and you'll turn that into Canvas. And once you do that, you're going to put all of that information onto your poster. That's step 3 here, but for your sources, I want you to use at least 5, and they should be in a works cited page. You don't need to actually cite it correctly, like MLA or APA or anything you are familiar with. Inserting just the links is fine. I just want to see where you're getting your information from. And this works cited page should either be attached to your poster document, like on the next page or at the end of the slideshow, or whatever works for the format that you're using, but somehow, some way, you need to get me those 5 links. I'm feeling generous. I'm going to let you use Wikipedia as one of your sources, but please, the other 4 need to be reliable sources. So either reliable news sources or historical sites or country biographies, things like that, but you can't use sources like Yahoo Answers or Ask.com, all of these sources that are really up for debate. They need to be scholarly. And if you have questions on what a valid source is or what a scholarly source is, ask me or Mr. Peer. We have plenty of resources to help you with that. So after you have researched your information and you've cited everything, you can start designing your poster. So you're going to create, like I said, a digital poster or visual aid. It doesn't have to be just a Word document like this. It could be anything. But also, just to clarify, you do not need a slideshow and a poster. Just pick one. You just need some sort of way to get the information onto a screen. You need to be able to screen share this in a small group during our Zoom. Please be creative. Don't just copy and paste the attached research guide onto your poster. Make it fun. Use colors, fonts, images, etc. Don't make it look like this. This is extremely boring. Do not use this video as an example. Make it fun. Make it appealing. And so, along with that, you need to include at least 4 visuals. And it needs to be relevant to your country. So that could be pictures of people there, or pictures of the landscape, or drawings, or a political cartoon. Anything that relates and provides a nice visual for us. But in addition to those 4 visuals, you need a map. And so this could be a hand-drawn map, or it could be one that you copy and paste from the internet. but it should depict your country's location in the modern day. And also, because we want to know where this country is, make sure it includes the surrounding countries, and they should all be labeled so we know where your country is, what's around it, and yeah, its relative location to the other countries around it. So after you design your poster, step 4, you guys are going to be presenting. 5th period is going to be on Tuesday the 17th. 7th is Friday the 20th. So the way we're doing this is I'm going to put you into breakout rooms in Zoom. And because Mr. Pierre and I can't be in all of them all the time, we'll be moving between them, you guys are not going to be graded on the presentation itself. So any sort of presentation anxiety about that, don't worry, it's not graded. But what you will be graded on is as your peers present in your small group, you'll probably have about 4 or 5 other people in your group. You're expected to take notes on their presentations, and I will give you a note-taking worksheet on that day. So don't worry about that yet, but just know that that will be an element that you need to complete for full credit on this assignment. And yes, so your presentations will be 5 to 7 minutes each. So really short. Throw up your poster, share information, let them take some notes, and then we will move on. So here is our research guide. So this is that step 1 piece, completing the actual research. This is supposed to guide you. And so what I want to make really clear is that the poster itself is worth 30 points. So all of like the visual elements, creating a poster, citing your sources, all of that. This worksheet, this research guide is worth another 30 points. So this needs to be turned in on Canvas. So the entire project is worth 60 points. But so you're going to answer these questions. So all of this kind of basic information, like why did it happen, describe the colonization process, all of these things that we talked about with the Belgian Congo. Talking about the independence of your country. Maybe it's not independent yet, but if it's not, were any attempts made? And then this part 3 is the most important part, lasting impacts. Why is this important? How does it relate to the modern day? So that is the breakdown of our project description. I will be creating a separate video for the rubric so you know exactly how you're being graded. I recommend watching both videos. And please, 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 if you have any questions, ask me or Mr. Pierre. I want this to be as easy and as clear as possible for you guys as you embark on your journey. All right, thank you. I will see you in class.